Hi everyone, I'm Norm. Welcome to Shelf Control. Today is another thrift store haul, but I'm going to add in a couple from Black Friday. There's not everything from Black Friday. A lot of the stuff that I picked up on the Black Friday sales, the companies have customer holds, so you can hold out until you get enough to get the free shipping threshold. And so I haven't got those yet. So maybe those will show up in a future one. But I did get a couple in, and I'm including those into this video. So let's get some of these things out of the way here. So the first one is a game that I've been really interested in trying. The Grand Austria Hotel. This was $17.95, so $18 for Grand Austria Hotel. We haven't played it yet, but this is one that I've really been interested in trying. I've always had my eye open for it, and $18 seemed like the price to grab it at. I've got Lorenzo Il Magnifico that I've played a couple times, and I really like that. And some people say this is even better. So I think I've heard that this is actually better at 2 players than Lorenzo is. So this may be what me and Lisa end up playing when it's just us, and Lorenzo for more people. What are your thoughts? Do you think this plays great at 2? I'm hoping so. So anyways, first one, Grand Austria Hotel. The second one I'll look at, I think it's a case of them not knowing exactly what it is, because this is Dice Throne Season 2, the big box that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 classes in it, and this is a 2 to 4 player game. I think it's really just a 2 player game. You can do teams or all for one for all. I don't know how it works, but I think you actually have to like roll to see who you're attacking. I'm not exactly sure how it works. It's mainly just a 2 player game. You pit a gunslinger against a samurai, and you sit down and see who wins. I've seen a few of the Dice Tower sets where you get two of the people in a set, and it goes for about $30. And this is the big box for Season 2 that has all 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in it. It's got sleeves. I don't know if the other sets normally come with sleeves, but this is the big set. You can see the 8 people that are included right there, and they had this for $31.95. So I think maybe it was like, oh, Dice Throne Season 2, we're selling those packs for $30. This is Dice Throne Season 2. We sell it for $30. I don't know if this feels kind of like the same case. If you've seen one of our previous video thrift store finds, they had this smash up big box full of everything for $30 because that's what they sell smash up for. And so this feels like it's the same kind of thing. This is one that I really haven't been all that interested in. It seems almost like Battle Yahtzee from what I've seen, and that's not really my thing. But for $30, I thought I could try it and see if it is. So, what do you guys think? Is this better than Yahtzee? Is Yahtzee better when you can hit your opponents with the dice? We'll see. This one is something that I was really happy to find. It's the Witcher Old World Kickstarter exclusives. This one was surprising to find. It's amazing how often you find expansions and the base game is nowhere to be found. I don't know if somebody turns it all in, if somebody just grabs the base game and doesn't pick anything else up, but it always gets my hopes up when I see the expansion. If you've been following us on Bluesky, I showed a picture where there was the Great Wall expansion, the Black Smoke, I think is what they call it, and it's like sweet been wanting to play the Great Wall. Here's the expansion. Look through the rest of the shelves. No base game. Anyways, this one doesn't matter because I've got the base game, and I did a video earlier where a store had an amazing sale on all the expansions that were available for retail for ridiculous prices, and I picked those up. So the only things I was missing were the Kickstarter exclusives, and I've been waiting. The Adventure Pack and the Monster Trail, which are included in here, were supposed to come out fourth quarter this year. I guess fourth quarter is not over, but there hasn't been any talk of those coming out, and those supposedly just make the game so much better. More adventures shuffled into the event deck, so you don't see as many repeats. And the Monster Trail actually gives you the monsters fight differently. Instead of having the same deck of cards for the monsters every time, they actually have some special abilities that makes the monsters unique. So really wanted those. This was a way to get those without waiting. The price, $69.95. I don't know that that's a great deal. It might have been what I would have paid for the Adventure Pack and Monster Trail if I got those together, but I'm getting those early along with the Wild Hunt, Siri as a playable character, and the Lost Mount, where Roach just hangs out on top of a house as he's wont to do periodically. And so, yeah, I've got everything for Witcher Old World now, except for the miniatures for the monsters. I don't really care if I have those because those monsters just sit on the board. With the Legendary Hunt, those special monsters have figures that go. Skellige has the dragon or whatever, and the Wild Hunt, which is a co-op or solo thing you can do, they have figures. But the monsters that are just sitting out on the board that you're hunting, they don't need to be figures. So I've now got everything I want, and at $70 is a little bit steep, but it seemed like the opportunity to get the expansions that I wanted, plus the ones I wasn't really interested in, and get everything I wanted for Witcher the Old World. Alright, let's see. Can I move this over just a little bit? Not really. So this was one that was kind of surprising. I just kind of like passed it by on the shelf the first time I saw it there, and you know, saw it on the shelf like this, Super Monday, and Super Monday, and I was like, that rings a bell. Let me pull it off the shelf. So I pull it off the shelf, and the back is blank, so that didn't give me any information. And then when I opened it up, I saw these 3D printed castle pieces, and I was like, that looks really familiar to a game that I was interested in at Kickstarter, but ended up not pulling the trigger on because it was going to come to retail, and I really didn't want to spend the deluxeified price plus shipping for a game that I really wasn't sure of. It looked good in the gameplay videos and stuff. It has, I think it's got an interesting mechanism where everyone is like working to help the king do something, and depending on how well you can get the king to accomplish stuff, that affects the scoring as to how well you do doing that stuff as well. So you're kind of competing with your opponents to try to make what you're doing more valuable than what they're doing, while they're trying to make their stuff more valuable than what you're doing. And so that part kind of intrigued me. And so I opened this up. It's got the 3D printed pieces here. It's got the player boards that aren't dual layer, and it had some weird the player pieces. I'll put that in there. The player pieces are these wooden pieces. It's got plastic ships, but the guys that you put out on the map, I don't know exactly what they're for, but there were these printed, there were these laser cut pieces of thick cardboard that just fit together. They look like a little hiker. It's these little guys that just I don't know where the best place to put them is so you can see, but they're just these little tiny cutouts, and it was like, I don't know what this set is. And I was like, they had it $30, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up and do some research and see what I can find about this. So I put some stuff up on Bluesky, some pictures of it. I put up a post on Board Game Geek because this game's not available for retail yet. I don't even know if it's delivered the Kickstarter. And so, you know, just asking people, it's like, is this a counterfeit copy or a promo copy? And a guy reached out to me. He was a content creator. I got this at the Mebane store at McKay's, and he's actually from Raleigh, and he said that he had gotten a promotional copy and sold a bunch of games to somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and just threw this in. He doesn't believe in profiting off of promo copies that have been sent to you. So the guy was interested in this, and so he just gave it in, and somehow it found its way to McKay's. And with talking with him, this seems like that game. And so it's a promotional copy. It's got some cardboard pieces that have some printed out bits on paper that are glued on as erratas were being made as the game was being play tested and stuff. But $30 seems like a good opportunity to try this game, see if we like it. Then if we do, maybe we get the main one, or maybe we hang on to this one because it's kind of a conversation piece. The only downside is it's missing one of the black castle pieces for a fourth player. I don't know how many this is supposed to play. It doesn't say on the back. So, but it's missing one of the pieces. If we ever play with that many people, we'll come up with something for that. Or if you know if there's a 3D printed file out there, I can get a friend of mine with a 3D printer to just print me out one. So, anyways, this one was an interesting find, and didn't take much sleuthing to figure it out. Found a guy local. He looked up our channel and noticed that I hit McKay's quite often, and was like, I bet you that was my copy. Let's get this out of the way so we can get this in the way. So this was a Black Friday deal that I picked up. AEG announced that they were doing a Black Friday doorbuster sale of Edge of Darkness with the it's the Edge of Darkness Kickstarter edition, so it's got Kickstarter extras in here. 6 packs of sleeves for the game, metal coins, an upgrade pack, which I don't know what's in the upgrade pack, and one of the expansions, Emissaries of the Veil. And they had all this for $49, so $50 for all of this. Edge of Darkness is something I've been wanting to try. I like John D. Clare's games. I really like Dead Reckoning, and this is kind of that same card crafting thing. But watching gameplays online, it never interested me enough to pay the full price to try and pick this up. I'd seen this at one time at McKay's for $80, and that was sort of tempting, but still more than I wanted to spend. And so when they said, "Hey, you want all of this for $50?" I was like, sure, why not? They didn't have free shipping. Shipping was $14, so it was $64 to get all of this. But I'm curious to see how this plays, and yeah, I'm a sucker for metal money. I don't know what's in the upgrade pack, so maybe I'll bust that open and see what we got. Well, we got little plastic pieces for something. Drawbag. And cardboard tokens that look to be the same thing as the plastic tokens. So that everything that's in it, that's everything that's in there. No explanation. So we'll have to figure out what these plastic tokens and drawbag are for. But yeah, this seemed like a pretty good deal for $65. So what do you think? Have you guys played this? Is it a keeper? I guess we'll be the ones to decide that. And the last Black Friday deal that I've received is DeVere Lacrimosa. They had this on sale for $24 even with free shipping. And that was quite the deal, especially with the free shipping. So I picked it up, and I've opened it up and looked through it. There were people who were getting copies that had mold inside the box. The top lid looks good. There were a couple spots in the bottom box that I don't know if they were mold or not. They didn't look near as bad as what some people were showing. So I just took like a Clorox wipe and just dabbed at them and cleaned them up and put in some desiccants to keep moisture levels down. So hopefully that'll take care of that. But I did have one issue with it where these player boards, there's these awesome player boards where you can slide the cards in and it hides the bottom part of the cards when you slide it here, and it hides the top part of the cards here. But if you notice down here in this side, there's a little piece of cardboard that was supposed to be punched out and wasn't, and I took a blade and tried to take it out, and it stuck. It's like some glue got in there, and the opening for sliding the cards is glued shut. And so I contacted DeVere and said, hey, the yellow player board is messed up, and they immediately shipped out a replacement. Everyone who's had issues with the mold issues, they've been sending out replacements without any fuss, and so they've been outstanding. The only problem I have is I told them that my yellow piece was messed up, and they sent me the green one as a replacement. And so, I mean, the boards are exactly the same, except up here in the top corner it's green, where this one has the yellow and red up there. And so having two green boards is not that big of a deal. We just can play and just remember, oh hey, one of the greens is yellow. You get a piece to slot in there, and so I've got a yellow piece that will slot in there and cover that up. And so it's like, okay, you're yellow, and then when you get over 50 points, you can flip it around, and you're still yellow. The only thing is, when you get 100 plus, all of a sudden you're green. So, we'll see. I let them know that they'd sent me the wrong one. Asked them if they wanted me to send this one back to them, and they sent me another one, and that way they have a green one to send out if somebody has that problem. But if they decide not to replace it, I can make do with this. It's just not ideal. So we'll see. Their customer service has been outstanding with the people with the whole mold issue. So I expect that I'll probably end up getting a yellow board shortly. You know, I didn't even get any email saying, yeah, sure, we'll replace your thing. I just got an email saying, hey, we shipped you your thing. So we'll see if I get another one like that. But so yeah, I got nothing but nice things to say about DeVere and their customer service. So that's it. If you saw my last video talking about review bombing, you know, I got the monumental expansions for $14 each on Target. I've already talked about those during that video, so I didn't think I'd include them here. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games on this table, and it's already full. So figured I'd already covered those. Anyways, what did you get for Black Friday? Have you found any great deals at your local thrift stores? If so, I'd like to hear about them. It's really neat hearing people who have found that special game that they were looking for, and it just happened to be on the shelf at a great price. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later. Happy hunting.